All right, problem 3-9. Solve this system for m and b. We have 342 equals 23m plus b. We have 147 equals 10m plus b. All right, systems of equations. Let's go ahead here. I'm going to solve it two different ways just in case you did it one way or the other. First thing here, let's go ahead and do substitution to start out. Now this is also referred to as the equal values method, I think, for some of us. All right, so if we have 342 equals 23m plus b, and I also have 147 equals 10m plus b. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get b by itself in each of them first. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 23m from each side. And on this one, I'm going to subtract 10m from each side. Please make sure you pay attention to where your equal sign is. So now we're ending up with 342 minus 23m equals b. And in this equation, we have 147 minus 10m equals b. So in other words, if we looked at this, we know that b equals b. And then if b equals b, then that means that this expression has to equal this expression. So we can take it here and say 342 minus 23m, since that equals this one, it should equal this. Equals 147 minus 10m. Next step is just to go ahead here and solve. Let's get our variables together. So we're going to add 23m to each side. And we now have 342 equals 147 plus 13m. So 342 minus 147 should give us about, let's see, I think 195. Hopefully that's right. I don't want to make a mistake. I'm on video, right? So we have 195 equals 13m, which means if we finish solving for m here, divide each side by 13. And let's see, 130 would be 10, and then we still have 65 to go. Well, you know, let's just do division. Division's fun. So 13 goes into 19 once. That's 13. Subtract it. We've got 6. Let's bring down our 5. 13 goes into 65 there. I would assume 5 times. So that would be 65. Great. I can still do basic math. So we get 15 is equal to m. Now we need to go back and figure out what b is going to be. So take your value of m here and substitute it in for b. I'm sorry, to solve for b. So let's do it right here. Let's say 147 minus 10 times our 15 equals B. Well, 10 times 15 is going to be 150, so we're going to be taking away 150 from 147, which means that B is going to equal -3. So we get that M is 15, B is -3. How do we check it? Let's plug them both back into one of the other equations there. So to check, let's use the 342. So we're going to say that equals 23 times 15. And then we're going to add -3. 23 times 15. Well, I know that 20 times 15 is going to be 300. And then 3 times 15 is 45. So that should be 345. And then we're going to add to that -3. And everything looks like it should be good. 342 equals 342. Check. So that was the substitution or equal values method there. We've got m equaled 15, b equaled -3. Let's divide our space here. And let's do on the other side the method we call elimination. This is my personal favorite. The point of elimination is to eliminate a variable. So we want to be able to add these together to eliminate a variable. Now, some people choose to add and some people choose to do subtraction. I always find that there's a lot of errors with the subtraction, so I try to make it so we have opposites. So one thing that we want to look for is opposites. Let's recopy our problem here. We've got 342 equals 23 times m plus b. And I'm going to set it up just how it is here. I'm going to put my 147 directly beneath my 10m directly beneath my m term, and then plus b here at the end. In order to do elimination, I need opposites. So the closest I have are b and b are the same value. So if I want to make this be the opposite, I'm going to take it and I'm going to multiply everything on both sides times a -1. And let's actually rewrite what we have right over here. So -1 times 147 is going to give us -147. -1 times 10m is going to give us -10m. And -1 times b is going to give us a -b. Let's recopy our other equation. So we have 342 equals 23m plus b. Now, like I said, you may be more used to just taking it there and doing subtraction. You can do that. However, it's not always just as simple as this one is. But you'll see here, if we try to add these two equations together, b plus -b is going to eliminate the b's because b is going to be 0. And then we've got our 23m plus minus 10m is going to give us 13m. 342 plus a -147 then would give us 195. And then when we take it here and finish solving for m, it makes it a lot easier. So 195 divided by 13 should be, I think it was 15. And that is our value for m. To get the other one, we'll do exactly what we did before. Take that 15, plug it in for m. Let's plug it back into one of our original equations. Let's do the 342 since we didn't do that one the first time. 342 equals 23 times 15 plus b. 23 times our 15, that'll be 230 plus 5 times 23, that'd be 345. And that equals 342. Subtract it from each side, and you see here, again, this works out. Because we end up with -3 equals b. So, depending on which way you did it, and you'd still want to check it if you did this way, but since I already checked it over here, I'm not going to put you through that. But m equals 15, b equals -3. You should have a somewhat of an idea how to do this. This is an Algebra 1 concept. If you have questions, though, you need to make sure you get help. This is problem 3-9. Thanks for watching.